Friends, today I have brought before you a Canadian psychological suspense movie released this year that will give you a new twist every other minute. Before starting the video, I want to tell you that if you like watching such suspense thriller movies, then like this video, subscribe to our channel, and also press the bell icon so that you keep getting updates on such movies. And friends, here I want to share a piece of my heart with you. We have been working hard for so long to bring good movies to you, scripting them in a way that you like, and trying to put life into the explanation so that you feel like you are watching the movie itself. But we are noticing that many people watch our videos but don't subscribe, or even if they like it, they don't like or comment to motivate us. When you subscribe, like, comment, and share, YouTube boosts our channel. And you know that to bring videos so frequently, we also need funding. So we can only request you to subscribe, share, like, and comment so that our channel reaches more people and we can continue bringing such excellent videos for you. So this is my only request, and I hope you will definitely support us. If my words have touched your heart, then write support in the comments to let me know that you are with me. So let's start today's wonderful explanation. The movie begins with a lady named Esther. She has been called to his castle by a man named Thomas, and she is reaching there by taxi. On the way, the cab driver tells her that the owner of the castle she is going to is extremely rich and owns a large multi-news media house. People in the area say that strange sounds are often heard from this castle. Initially, the neighbors complained, but over time they got used to it. The driver says that if it were up to him, he would also enter the castle to find out the secret behind these sounds. Saying this, he takes the car inside the castle, drops Esther there, and returns. Now Esther had arrived much earlier than the time Thomas had called her, so no one comes to receive her outside. Then she sees a man there whose words make it feel like he is aware of the castle's secrets, and perhaps he is a servant here. Esther tells him she arrived early and sees no one for service. The man replies that the boss has gone to the forest for hunting and will return by evening. Until then, she can come inside and wait for him. Hearing this, Esther goes inside the castle and, looking at herself in the bathroom mirror, appears to regret something. Well, after a while, when she comes out of the bathroom to her room, she finds a purple dress kept on the bed, which was probably kept for her by the house servant. In another room of the same castle, another guest is also staying. That guest comes out of his room and starts shouting at the same servant. This servant's name is Walter, and he had just changed his clothes. Meanwhile, the guest's name is Isaac, who is angry with Walter about several things. He taunts that his boss hasn't arrived yet, and he has been kept waiting for half an hour, plus his bag has also been seized. Walter calms him down and says that as far as the owner is concerned, he could arrive any time and his bag is kept in the living room upstairs, which he can go and get himself if he wants. Hearing this, Isaac goes upstairs, and there he meets Esther. Initially, Isaac thinks Esther is the mistress of the house, but Esther clarifies that she is also just a guest and is waiting for the owner. Meanwhile, another woman wearing a white coat enters the room. They think perhaps she is the mistress who called them here, but she says her name is Malene, and she is an ordinary reporter by profession. Hearing this, all three are shocked because everyone thought Thomas had called them individually, whereas here, three different people are waiting for him. Shortly after, Walter comes and gives them the good news that Thomas called to say he is on the way and will arrive soon. Until then, the three can pass the time by talking to each other. During the conversation, the three find out that apart from Thomas's name, no one has much specific information about him. They also realize that before today, the three had never met each other and their professions are also completely different. Malene is a high-profile news reporter. Isaac is an economic doctor, while Esther is associated with politics. Yet one thing is common among these three. They are all high-profile people and have reached here from different parts of the world. Just then, the sound of a door opening is heard, so they think perhaps Thomas has arrived. All three reach the door together, but there they find out it is not Thomas but his fourth and last guest. This new guest's name is Noah. Noah has come to complain to Walter that there is no network here and the internet is not working because Noah is a social media celebrity by profession and cannot even post on Instagram after coming here. Actually, all four guests have their own grievances about this place, And the biggest question is where Thomas, who called them here, has disappeared to. Walter calms everyone down, saying all their questions will be answered soon. Just everyone go to the dining room and wait there. All four do so. Meanwhile, Noah has a conversation with the other guests. The other three guests treat Noah normally, but Isaac's attitude toward him is quite rude because he hates people like Noah. Noah is an Instagram influencer whom Isaac does not see as a stable or respectable career. In his eyes, no sensible man can build his entire career depending on an app. Noah replies that not everyone has 20 million followers on Instagram, and perhaps he is the richest man in this room. Just then, Walter enters the room. He locks the door with a key, places a candle stand on the table, leans a tablet against it, and plays a recording. That recording reveals that these four guests have some deep secrets which, if they come before the world, their careers and lives will be ruined forever. Among them, the allegation against Dr. Isaac comes to light that he used to kill patients by giving them injections who had been lying in bed for a long time, were fed up with their lives, and wanted their own death. As a piece of evidence, a call recording of his is played in the room in which one of his patients deals with him to give him death with a dose of injection with minimum pain, and Isaac agrees to this. If this call recording reaches the media, Isaac could face 12 to 13 years in jail because it is a legal crime for a doctor to do so. Hearing all this, Sid gets scared. Now it's Malin's turn. She was previously accused of killing her own daughter by pushing her into the swimming pool. Due to lack of evidence, she was acquitted by the court, but Thomas had the full video footage in which Malin was clearly seen pushing her daughter. Watching this clip, Malin gets scared. Then the same recorded voice tells about Noah. Noah once unknowingly had physical relations with an underage girl, and this incident was recorded on the hotel's CCTV camera. The footage shows Noah coming out of the room and telling his friend that maybe the girl inside is a minor and he cannot do this with her, but his friend convinces him by lying that the girl is fully an adult, and Noah returns to the room again. Now it's Esther's turn. Esther is married, but she cheated on her husband and had an affair with a businessman who was also married. An intimate video clip of both had been uploaded to the deep web of the internet. Seeing this, Esther gets scared. In anger, she immediately asks to turn off the tape. After this, the target moves to Walter. Then it is revealed that Walter is not an ordinary servant or secretary of Thomas, but his old business partner. Besides business, Walter also used to organize parties for Thomas on his private yacht, where many wrong things happen with minor girls. After these fallen secrets came out, Esther, Malin, Isaac, and Noah start fighting among themselves about whose crime is the biggest. Meanwhile, Walter realizes he is now in deep trouble. Without saying anything, he takes out his gun and shoots himself right there. The four guests are traumatized seeing all this. No one expected things to escalate to this level here. Seeing this, Noah immediately tries to call the police. But there is no network or internet in this entire area. On the other hand, Esther starts feeling suffocated in this place. So taking the key from Walter's pocket, she opens the room door and then goes out to try to call the police from the landline. But that landline also turns out to be out of service. Meanwhile, the other guests pack their belongings and return to their respective rooms so they can think of a way to get out of here. But every guest finds a card in their room. Different instructions are written on those four cards, which they have to follow. After this, Milan, Isaac, and Noah start searching Walter's room in the hope that they might find their original footages with Thomas there. But nothing special is found in the room. Malin suggests they should go to the neighbors, tell them everything, and request them to call the police. Isaac interrupts this and says that if they do so, the first suspicion of the police will fall on them, and by then the CCTV hacker might have already leaked all their footage. Esther says now only one way remains, to find Thomas and finish him and run away from here. Otherwise, he will release copies of their footage to the public. The trouble is, how they will find Thomas when none of them has ever even heard his real voice. The voice they were hearing on the tablet was also owl-generated. Now to search the castle thoroughly, the four split into different directions. Then everyone hears the same voice from the upper floor, as if all four of their footages are being played together. They get scared that maybe Thomas is waiting for them upstairs with a gun. Initially, no one has the courage to go up, but in the end, all four gather courage and reach the room upstairs. Inside, they see an innocent girl sitting in a wheelchair. Dr. Isaac checks the veins of her hand and realizes her entire body is paralyzed. There they find another instruction card from the killer kept with the girl. It says they have to complete their respective instructions before 6 p.m., otherwise all their videos will be made viral in public. Reading this threat, everyone gets scared and they try to ask the girl in the wheelchair who called them here and if she knows that man. But the girl cannot utter a single word from her mouth. She just keeps staring at them continuously. Disappointed by this, the three leave the room and gather back in the living room. Esther returns last. As soon as she enters the room, the same kind of recording starts playing from the upper room as heard before. This time, Noah feels something different. He notices that Esther's voice is not heard in this recording. Seeing this, everyone questions Esther how her audio suddenly disappeared from the tape this time. Then Esther is forced to tell her truth. She says she lied, that she didn't know Thomas. Actually, Thomas was the same married businessman with whom she had an affair. But Thomas didn't love her, just manipulated her to keep physical relations with her. Esther further says that it was written in her instruction card that she could choose to stay with Thomas or end her relationship with him forever. She chose the second option, and as soon as she told this decision to the girl in the wheelchair, her tape was removed from the recording. Hearing this, Isaac says, "This means if we all quietly follow the instructions written on our cards, the killer will delete all of their recordings and let us go from here." But Noah doesn't believe this. He becomes convinced that Esther is the mastermind of the whole incident and wants to fool them and run away alone. Under this suspicion, Noah points the gun taken from Walter at Esther so she cannot run away. Just as the atmosphere fills with tension, Malin suddenly sees a blue car coming into the garden. Noah immediately suspects this car must be Thomas's and Esther's boyfriend must be inside. Pointing the gun at Esther, he takes her to the door and forces her to open it. But the man who comes in is not Thomas, but the same cab driver who had dropped Esther here. Actually, Esther had accidentally forgotten her earring in his taxi, and the driver had come to return it. Also, he got a chance to peek inside the castle. Esther quickly takes her earring and sends him back, but Noah is still pointing the gun at her. Noah is sure Esther has planned the whole game with Thomas, but Dr. Isaac and Malin do not fully believe this. Isaac says that even if they run away from there, nothing will be left because that unknown man will viral their footage. Therefore, they have only one option: to follow the instructions given by that person and complete his tasks. Saying this, Isaac goes toward his room while Malin, telling Noah to put the gun down, leaves from there. Esther also requests Noah to put the gun down and says in a calm tone that she knows he is scared about himself, but at this moment there is a need to act with sense. She asks Noah what was written on his instruction card. Maybe she can help him. Noah says it was written, "My all sins are before me." Hearing this, Esther goes into thought and says this line seems to be taken from the Bible. Actually, the killer wants him to confess some sin of his. Hearing this, Noah also dives into deep thought.